Hello, Jay Barino here. Welcome back. We're playing the Warcraft 2 Tides of Darkness remake in Warcraft 3, created by Lord Perenolde II. We're on to Act 1, Chapter 3, Southshore. I'm enjoying this campaign so far. I've only played 2 missions. The end of the last mission, I guess, could have been a pretty big gotcha, considering you get attacked by a bunch of units at your main base. I prepared for it, but that would have felt kind of bad if I wasn't. So we'll just keep that in mind in the future, that stuff could just kind of pop out of nowhere and ruin stuff for us. So we'll quick save a lot, and that last mission was pretty short anyway, so even if we would have lost, I guess it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Let's go. Enhanced.
With the safe return of the elves from the loathsome clutches of the orcs, the Council of Silvermoon has resolved to combine the armies of Quel'Thalas with those of the Alliance of Lordaeron. As a show of their support, a mighty fleet of elven destroyers have been sent to help safeguard the Lordaeron mainland. In preparation for the arrival of these ships, Dalen Proudmoore, Lord of Kul'Tiras and Grand Admiral of the Lordaeron fleet, has ordered that you begin the construction of naval facilities near the township of Southshore. There is some suspicion that the Horde has constructed a secret base near the mainland, so it is imperative that you begin building your defense with haste.
Okay, no special enhanced briefing to that one. So I checked in. Apparently, so the subfactions go by act. So let's see who we're playing as this time. So we're Azeroth again. Naval Muscle, destroy all Horde forces. You received orders from Admiral Proudmoore to start building a naval facility. To secure the Bay of Southshore, there are rumors that orcs have constructed a secret base near the mainland and have set a relative offshore foothold in the area. Having joined the Alliance, the Elves now granted support of their archers and destroyers to the Alliance and will be able to support you from now on in the war against the Horde. We rescued 3 guys, and now the Elves are pogging off. They're like, yep, we'll send everybody. Hundreds, thousands will die, but you save those 3 guys. Customize Azeroth ship for coastal support and naval combat with a short-range detection radius. So we have human destroyers. Okay. So we can't actually build... where is the gold mine? So we actually can't build naval destroyers. There it is. I need a farm first and foremost. What was it in Mission 1 where it's like, I can't make a town hall? The reason for that is because, well, I guess we can check in a... Well, no, I can look here. It's because it's here as opposed to... You know, you'd think that this would be the town hall. So when I saw this being farm, I was like, oh, I guess I can't build a town hall. No, it's right there. Get on the gold mine, please. So with these older real-time strategies, this was consistent with like the original Command & Conquer and a lot of other isometric 2D real-time strategies. And I'm glad that this has sort of changed, but it's interesting how the way the resources work, again, it kind of feels like we're getting a lot, but you could kind of take off the end digit of the resources and, you know what I mean? Like we have 6 gold right now, we have 12 gold right now, and it's kind of the same idea. So don't get it twisted when you see that we might be banking a lot of resources at one point. Anyway, especially at the beginning, how you spend your money is so particular. Like at a certain point, you're gonna have just enough to maybe make a barracks, and then maybe like, oh, we get 1 extra crossbowman, and that's how we survive the first attack. There's an oil patch, and here's our oil here. Okay. So it is separate. It is a separate thing from gold. I'm just going to saturate this gold mine as much as possible. Then we can go ahead and start getting some lumber. If I remember correctly, the shipyard, yeah, is an advanced structure, and it requires a lumber mill. Okay. Lumber mill is 600, and we're going to need more lumber as well. I don't know what all the hotkeys are. L for lumber, I'd honestly rather just click. So... especially at the beginnings of these maps, like how you spend that early money, really how you spend money through the whole thing is so critical. It was like this in the original Warcraft 2, so I would expect it to be no different here in the remake. It was the same in the original Warcraft 1 and also Lord Perenolde's Warcraft 1 remake, which is like, you might have to restart a few times because you need to really just build the exact right stuff in order to not lose near the beginning. So like, see, now we're short on lumber. Maybe we needed 1 guy on lumber earlier. I don't know. It's just like little things like that. 4 food per farm kind of sucks. In the original Warcraft 2, was there even like a full-on cap? Like a hard cap on food? like it's 100 in the original. In Warcraft 3, I should say, because I don't think that's how it works here. Where are you going, buddy? Just get on the trees there. I'm gonna keep making workers. I'd love to just start getting more boats. How much does it cost to make a sheep yard? We need 450 lumber, so it's on to lumber now. But again, we return so much per trip. Again, the way the golden lumber works here, I guess kind of oil, is it's just misleading with the... There's too many digits for what you're getting, you know? Probably should make a barracks first, honestly. I'll get one more fellow on gold, and we can transfer one over to lumber down here instead. I really want to explore around, but we only have 3 units. It's that balance of, like, if you have the map knowledge of knowing you can use your starting units to do something, then you absolutely should. But if you don't know what, you might end up wasting them, and you might need them to survive early attacks before you can build, you know, 1 tower, or 1 extra crossbowman, or your first caster, etc., etc. And see, now we can't get rid of that extra digit because we returned a little bit of lumber. I wonder if we can... get one... No, I'm trying to get back to a... Just forget it. It's not going to happen. Okay, barracks coming up, and we should have enough. We can go straight to sheepyard as well. We can make a couple crossbowmen or maybe just a couple extra footmen. The Azerothian footmen are pretty good. We can read about the crossbowmen as well. I had read that one of the minor bugs in this is you can... the game will make it seem like you can build a shipyard like anywhere where there's water. Like, I could have queued it up to build there. Obviously, the worker can't get out there, so it just sort of auto-cancels. But, again, I'll just keep that in mind and make sure I'm always building on a shoreline. I like how fast the structures build, though. Yeah, we have gold, so let's get... yeah, let's just get one more of each. And then let's get another farm. Maybe we should be looking for another gold mine soon, and we got to set up our oil so we can build more ships. You can now build oil tankers at the shipyard, a non-combat ship which is best used to build oil platforms and gather oil from them. Also, oh, build more farms. It said more lumber, but I must have just had a return there. Is don't cancel an oil platform as it's in progress, else the entire patch will disappear. So it's, yeah, again, it's little stuff like that. You just gotta be careful. Man, the lumber requirement early on is killing me right now. But you don't want to put too many guys on lumber, you know? Well, maybe we do. We're okay on gold. And with that in mind, we could just make more footmen. We're not getting attacked, so I guess let's take this group. Let's wait for one more footman, and then head out and see what we can do.
Ready for action.
Increases damage of ranged troops. Yeah, it was always like you can upgrade your ranged troops before melee troops. Always kind of seemed particular and a little strange to me. So how much does it cost for destroyers? 350 lumber. Let's get another dude on trees. That seems like it's going to be important. Skippa. Attacks land, air, and sea units. Crossbowman can attack everything. Crossbowman, I feel like the ranged units in Warcraft 2, like the base, like tier 1.5 range units, are not nearly as good as they were in the original Warcraft, for sure. You could stockpile a bunch of those. So where's the oil cost? I see. So the oil cost is listed as text in the description. So you can see there it says oil 700. So that's how that works. We don't want to build too many oil tankers. I think that might be a little wasteful. I will get another farm. How much are farms? Lumber, 250. Not sure why I'm clicking to harvest from one of these trees and the dude's going around. Anyway, let's take these fellas.
On my way.
How much gold is a destroyer? 700. Pretty substantial. I need another farm first.
We are under attack. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Okay, maybe not the best.
On my way.
No! The tower. That's okay. I think, again, melee units, they attack much faster than the ranged units, so they're pretty substantial in getting rid of structures better before we get catapults. And frankly, catapults, I mean, they are really good, don't get me wrong. It's just the AI is probably going to be pretty decent at moving. As long as the enemy's moving towards you, your catapults aren't going to hit them. We can try and do some ground attacks like we did in the Warcraft 1 campaign. Might as well rebuild that fella. Let's get some more destroyers. I do like how everything costs 1 food. Maybe we can get like 6 ships?
Yes, my liege. Ready for action. Orders.
I just want to see, like, where does the island that we're on end and where does it begin?
Captain on
We
the
can't
bridge.
make transport ships. Yeah, we could probably get 6 here. Oh, okay, hello.
Yes, my liege.
Look out, buddy.
Right. What do you need?
I guess we should be trying to use our crossbowmen,
Captain on the bridge.
like, use their health as a bit of a resource.
What do you need?
If they take some oh, there were some dudes up here.
On my way.
Delayed reaction, Jay Barrino. Because, like, we can let them take some damage and then back them up there, and then they're in the back line and presumably safe. And then we can replenish our frontliners as well, if that makes sense. 6 of these seems fine. So there are going to be different types of ships. I like how these are considered coastal support and naval combat with a short-range detection radius. When we attack the orc ship, let's see if it's any different, or if this is the exact same as the Elven Destroyer, which we saw last time was the same as the Troll frigate, I think it was.
Captain on the bridge. Set sail.
Oh, and then let's read about the crossbowman. Upgradable up to level 2, skilled sharpshooter, fast scout, versatile, range defender. Yeah, there was no +3 in Warcraft 2, if I'm remembering correctly. I might be wrong about that. I think it typically only goes up to +2. Or maybe that's Warcraft 1, and the Azeroth faction is supposed to be basically the Warcraft 1 human faction. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know enough about...
Underway.
I've played Tides of Darkness. It was several years ago, and I just don't remember enough of it, so y'all can fill me in the comments. But I like the idea of the blue Azeroth faction being... Yeah, these are the Troll Destroyers, 16 to 30, 17. Yeah, they're the same. They're the same.
Set sail.
But I like the idea of again, this faction in Warcraft 2 supposedly being like the Warcraft 1 faction. I think that's pretty neat. I'm just going to keep building boats because it seems like there's no ground path.
Skipper, set sail.
Can we confirm that?
Say the word. On my
Let's go
way.
down along the coast. I should probably just build one more footman. I don't want to build another town hall. How much do town halls cost? 1,200, yeah. We have to long distance mine if we even wanted to save up to do that. But that's how Warcraft 2 goes sometimes. You've got to really scrounge and save and long distance mine, etc., etc.
Attack!
Oh, well, that dude just died instantly, didn't he?
Let me at 'em. Orders. Yes, my liege.
Okay, I think we're going to just barely pull this out. This guy's probably going to die. No, he's not. Okay.
Captain on the
Okay, but yeah, no ground path.
skipper.
Just going to keep making boats. Getting a big navy in this game is always
Aye, Captain.
solid. The only issue is, again, the enemy can rebuild and generally doesn't have resource restrictions unless Lord Perenolde changed that. But because there aren't resource restrictions, they can just keep building boats forever and ever and ever, and you can't. So if you want to build a bunch of boats, if you're going to be offensive, you have to kill their shipyards. Otherwise, it's all sort of for naught.
Of course.
Okay. And again, you could see, it's not like we're floating a ton of cash. We could build 1 or 2 at more units. So you have to be, it's just everything in these, again, these older games. I think the original Command & Conquer exemplified this as well as a pretty mainstream example to use here. Is, again, like, everything is very, very particular with what is required to win on some of these maps. You need specific map knowledge. You have to play and sometimes lose in order to understand, again, how to spend your money most efficiently, because there's not that much to spare. There's really not that much to spare. Oil in general is very plentiful, but depending on where the oil patches are, they can be very difficult to defend. So again, you might end up spending more on ships to defend an oil platform that's away from the coast. The enemy can send endless waves of ships at them. And in doing so, you're ending up spending more on boats to replenish your defensive boat force than what you're gaining from oil from one oil patch. But I do remember there being some missions where, like, the only oil patches available are ones that are kind of out there that you have to defend. So you just have to be very, very meticulous and particular with how you spend your money. And I don't know, there's something charming about that. I do think I mentioned this in the first episode. I do think that, like, that can get kind of repetitive and a little old
Set sail.
at a certain point. A bit stale, if only because, again, these older games generally, like, oh, you got some new tech, build only that you know? Oh, you got the next tech later, that you know, next mission, build only that. I think Warcraft 2 improved on that dramatically. Red Alert 2, or not Red Alert 2, but just Red Alert was similarly like a huge improvement over Command & Conquer Tiberian Dawn. I'm pointing to Command & Conquer a lot because I know a lot of people have played it and are familiar with it because it's a very popular mainstream real-time strategy. But it's kind of like how Warcraft 2 improved over Warcraft 1 in that way. I still think that the higher tier units are dramatically better, and when you can get them, you need to spend your money focusing on building them because they're dramatically better and like way more cost efficient in that way. Like when you can make ogres as the Horde, you pretty much only make ogres.
Underway. Aye, aye, sir.
Where the heck?
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, you have to kill everything. Everything.
Set sail.
So it's kind of like in Warcraft 1, once you can summon those super units, the water elementals or the demons, that's all you make. That's all you need to make. Maybe catapults.
Aye, Captain. Aye, aye, sir. Underway.
Now, let's see if we can keep this really low health destroyer alive.
Set sail. Underway.
Don't make me make more. I mean, I'll queue them up just in case. This is one where we think we're coasting to the finish, and then somehow one troll destroyer kills 4 of my human destroyers, and then we have to sit and wait. Okay, we're good. We're good. Well, I keep saying let's double check there's no optional objectives. There's been no optional objectives up to this point. The optional objective category in the quests is used for the intelligence of to give like the intel files for the units, so I think that is not going to be a problem. Another quick and pretty easy map, no enemy attacks coming at us, and I think that this to me seemed like it was pretty much exactly the same as the original, except we played as the Azerothian subfaction and had access to human destroyers, which seemed like the exact same as elf frigates, which seems the exact same as troll destroyers. But that's fine. Like I said, I think it's neat that especially the first act here seemed focused on the Azerothian refugees, and it feels like it's supposed to be maybe more like the Warcraft 1 faction. That's something I just don't remember enough to know if that's actually true. Anyway, this is a fun project for now. We'll see. I suspect there's going to be a couple in here that are they're gonna drive me a little nuts, but it's Warcraft 2, man. What are you gonna do with these older games? I mean, this is a recreation of it, but it recreates it pretty accurately. So I expect that kind of stuff's gonna happen for sure. And you know, you can't really have it any other way. If it's an accurate recreation, that's what you get. I guess we should check the score screen. We can hear the victory music. You'll love to see it. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.